Today I'm going to talk about the strategy called reciprocal teaching, which can be utilized in a collaborative manner. And it is a strategy that can be used throughout an entire lesson, or it can be used during a specific part of a lesson. So let me just explain. There is a number of elements, and we are going to be integrating this strategy with interactive slides. So it can be used on Pear Deck, as you can see here, or it can be used on Nearpod. You basically will just utilize either an interactive text or draw feature on whichever type of interactive slide you want to utilize. So let's jump into the strategy. So first, there are four elements of reciprocal teaching: predicting, questioning, clarifying, and summarizing. So predict at the beginning of that sequence, whether that's for an entire lesson or it is a part of a lesson, you provide students with a prompt, visual, and problem for them to predict the solution, whether they're writing a response, solving a math problem, researching, etc. This is the opportunity for them to predict. And you can give them, 3 to 5 minutes here to do some initial research or just to write just a simple response regarding what their prediction is. And this can be done collaboratively. So students can be working in a pair or in a small group to make their prediction related to what you're prompting them regarding what the lesson is about. The next step is maybe after they've done some prediction and some more information may have been provided to them, maybe like a additional prompt, writing prompt, or some modeling, guided instruction. Then you can provide students with this questioning slide where they're going to develop in a pair or a small group a number of questions that they're going to have related to the content they're learning. And you're going to tell them is that these questions may be something that will help guide your learning, and they're going to be eventually be clarified by the end of this lesson. So maybe, students throughout guided practice and independent practice, these questions that they're presenting here may be answered. And they can be essentially, we want them to focus on the what first, how, and then why. So that protocol is generally what I like to use. And then after the guided practice and modeling, there's a clarifying piece of the lesson or that part of the lesson that you're using reciprocal teaching. And the clarifying can either be, the major solution or piece of information is provided to students and it's modeled by the teacher here. And teachers are there to really answer the students' questions that they provided earlier on. Some of those questions are automatically answered by the teacher clarifying through modeling, but others, the teacher can go back to the questioning slide and answer those questions relating to what the students may have looked at and analyzed throughout the lesson. So at this point, students are really learning the solution or rule or, getting that information so they can clarify their earlier predictions and questions. And then finally, at the very end, students will work together in a small group or in pairs. It could be also individually, but I like to use them, utilize this in a collaborative manner. They're going to summarize the entire process from their prediction through their questions and then through the teacher clarifying what happened in terms of really how did they take the information that they knew at the beginning of the lesson and added that information to what they learned throughout the lesson, and were their predictions correct, were their questions help leading them to the solution or to essentially the right information. So this is usually a 3 to 6 sentence summary, and that helps build the students' conceptual frameworks and taking things from their short-term memory into their long-term memory. So this is reciprocal teaching in a collaborative way using Google Slides as the base, and you can either use Pear Deck or Nearpod as the add-on using text or draw slides. Hopefully you use this strategy soon in your class. Thank you.